Police find the free marijuana display anything but jolly. A new Canadian school rule forces children to wear helmets to play in the snow. And a woman in San Francisco gave birth in a Waymo self-driving taxi. These are the weird stories on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast that's in all caps. Get it? California police find free Christmas marijuana display anything but jolly. Anything but jolly. Come on. You don't get to decide what is jolly for the rest of us or not, California police. Some free Christmas weed sounds pretty jolly to me and to most of the people I know, actually. Let's find out the details about this free Christmas marijuana that was on display, hoping people would have a holly jolly Christmas with the free weed. I know I would. The holidays can be stressful, we get it. But leaving a box of free marijuana on the sidewalk is not how you spread cheer to the neighborhood, according to the Auburn police. Well, I don't know, Auburn police. You know, free marijuana on the sidewalk could spread some cheer in the neighborhood. I mean, you can't really make definitive statements such as this. When there's free marijuana involved, there's going to be some cheer on the faces of some people, I guarantee you. The free part helps, you know what I mean? The article here is rather lighthearted in the way it was written. It says, it may be the season of giving, but even Santa Claus might draw the line at this. Police in California said they found a Christmas display near a high school giving away jars of marijuana. The Christmas display, which was set up next to an existing sign advertising the local high school's Christmas tree sale, included a cardboard sign that read, quote, "Merry Christmas, free weed, organic and cage-free." Cage-free weed, I like that. I've never seen that phrase before linked to marijuana. Cage-free marijuana. No animals were harmed in the making of this marijuana. This marijuana is locally sourced, totally organic, gluten-free, dairy-free. So healthy for you. Free marijuana for Christmas. All right, let's get serious, though. This is not okay. There's something about this story that's not okay. Can you guess what it is? I mentioned it earlier. Whoever's putting out the free weed on the sidewalk, for whatever stupid reason, put it next to a high school. Are you okay? I mean, come on, man. I'm pro giving away weed for the holidays or just any day that ends in Y. If you feel like you want to give out some free cannabis, you don't do it next to a school. People are, what do we expect? These are stoners. So, hey, man, I'm going to give out my free weed, man. Oh, that's a good idea, man. It's Christmas. People could use some free weed. Where are you going to give out the free weed? I don't know, bro. I'm thinking about perching up right next to the police department and giving out my free weed right there, maybe at the end of their driveway. What do you think? I mean, this is the kind of brain waves we're dealing with here. Not bright. I have to say, though, the real Christmas miracle here is the fact that these jars of marijuana were out there long enough for the police to arrive. I mean, you put them next to a high school. How did they last an hour? I mean, for free marijuana to be on a street, a public street in the state of California, I mean, what's the lifespan on free weed on the sidewalk? An hour? That's what I would have thought. Maybe an hour. But no, apparently this marijuana, these jars of marijuana were sitting out there long enough for a resident to notify the police, to call them, and then for the police to show up and, quote, dispose of it responsibly. That's what the police say they did. They said they disposed of it responsibly. And by responsibly, I mean with a lighter and a 4-foot bong. The police were like, we got a protocol for such things. When we find contraband such as this, drugs and or drug paraphernalia, yeah, our protocol for disposing of these substances is called Operation Puff Puff Pass, and it usually does the trick. Now, the Auburn police also posted a photo of the Christmas display. I'm looking at the sign. It's quite big. It's way too close to the high school Christmas tree sign, by the way. It's right next to it, touching it, basically. Big sign. Merry Christmas. Free weed. Organic, caged-free. Someone's got a sense of humor. Along with the photo, the Auburn police social media post said the following. This is a statement from the police. We're very pleased to let you know that 30 jars of free marijuana is a pretty good-sized drug bust. We're very proud of it because that's 20 jars of marijuana taken off the streets. And, those 10 jars of marijuana won't be ruining anybody's Christmas this year, especially the kids. We're going to take these 4 jars of marijuana into the precinct and dust them for prints. Get to the bottom of this. What jars of marijuana? I'm kidding, guys. I'm jesting. That's a verb, right? It means to jest, like a court jester. I'm your pod jester. Hey, pod jester. I just made up a noun. All right, maybe I'll put that on a T-shirt and sell it back to you. The police actually did make a statement, though, with the photo of the free jars of marijuana. It says, "The holidays can be stressful. We get it, everyone. But leaving a box of free marijuana on the sidewalk is not how you spread cheer to the neighborhood. Surprises are for stockings, everyone, not sidewalks." So, once again, the police going to Facebook and being all funny, making all the boomers laugh on Facebook. That's their crowd over there, the boomers. And some of the boomers think marijuana is still dangerous. They're walking around with this old software in their brain from back when they had, what was it called? Reefer madness. You guys familiar with reefer madness? They used to actually believe that if you smoke marijuana, you turn gay, and stranger things than that. They made it sound so nefarious, like all it took was one puff of reefer for Mary to turn into the town whore. All right, enough silliness. I got to wrap this up. If you're out there and you have too much marijuana, let me just say this. All right, do not put it on the sidewalk near a school, please. Nor near a fire department or a police station. You have to say such things. Don't put it on the steps of the courthouse. Stoners just don't know what in the heck they're doing out there. They just don't. All right, and if you do such things, the police will be on to you. Okay, because giving away free marijuana, they don't like that, all right? This is America, after all, all right? If you want to give out a free AR-15 with every Christmas tree that's bought this year, that's okay, though. That's totally fine. The police don't mind that. There's a school in Canada with a new rule that forces children to wear helmets in order to play in the snow. Oh, legitimate snowflakes going on here, guys, literally and figuratively. Canadian winters mean snow-packed schoolyards, this article says. But new safety rules in Quebec are turning a seasonal staple into a regulatory headache. Several Quebec schools are now following some new recommendations that could require students to wear helmets just to play in the snow during recess. Aww. Were too many of them getting a boo-boo in December? Oh, that's a shame. What a shame. The thin-skinned generation still thriving, guys. Shouldn't we allow Darwinism just to set in? If you're not built for this world, maybe you ought to be taken out. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm not saying proactively take them out. I'm just saying, hey, man, survival of the fittest is a real thing, man. But look, I want to be sensitive. Okay, I understand these generations. They've got a lot of trauma. They're very sensitive. All right, and and also they have a very limited brain cells that need protection. So helmets should be part of their daily life. They're giving him trophies for doing nothing. It's like, here you go, Joe. I got a trophy. That's right. Put it right next to your helmet. Oh, I'm so mean right now. Am I being too mean? Gen Alpha and Gen Z. Am I being too mean? I'm cut from a different cloth than you guys. I just am. I'm so sorry. And I'm all out of tears. I ran out of tears. I really did. I ran out of tears. I even had to inform a friend of mine who voted for Trump, and now as a result of that, he's going out of business. His business is going out of business, and he was complaining to me. I'm like, bro, I'm all out of tears. I'm all out. I'm so sorry. Let me search for some tears for you. No, they're all gone. I'm so sorry. They're all gone. All right, I digest. Let me get back to the story about the poor kids in Canada that have been falling down in the snow. The guidance for the new helmets at recess comes from the Centre des Services Scolaires déchaînés, the CSSC. I don't know what that stands for. They've instructed schools to apply very strict conditions before children can play freely on piles of plowed snow. Oh, the piles of plowed snow. That's some of my favorite adventures, wintry adventures. were piles of snow, giant ones. You could find them in the rear of grocery store parking lots or department store parking lots. And we would dig tunnels into them. We would dig tunnels and just hope that they didn't collapse and suffocate us. We did a little snow spelunking, as I like to call it. Without a helmet, by the way. No helmets. No, and no one knew we were there. Now, as far as these kids in Canada goes, under these new recommendations and restrictions, these snow mounds must be between 1.8 and 3 meters, which are around 10 feet high, have a slope of no more than 25 degrees, so they want to make sure that the side of the snow pile isn't too steep. They're like crafting the snow plows to make them safer. Why don't you just drape them in blankets, man? I mean, just cover the mound in a giant yoga mat. Call it a day. This is ridiculous. Under the recommendations, they must include designated recovery and waiting areas. Recovery? Recovery from what? Sliding down a 30-degree slope of snow? Is that what? Did you land on your bum? Right? Yeah, my bum hurts. Where's the recovery area? Daddy, I've been in the designated recovery area all afternoon. Oh my goodness, I fell down and, man, if I didn't land on my bum. I don't know why I'm doing an English accent. Now it says, if the schools don't meet these required criteria, the 10-foot high limit in a snow mound with a slope of no more than 25 degrees, designated recovery areas for the kids who were damaged, the schools cannot, if they cannot meet these required criteria, helmet use becomes mandatory. Do you believe what I'm reading? I can't believe this is coming out of Canada. Your number one export is like tough as nails hockey players who don't care if they have their teeth or not. And look at what you're doing, guys. You are going to damage your number one export by this, because you're creating some soft kids up there with this. I'm going to tell you right now. The next 2-3 generations of Canadian hockey players are going to get whooped on the boards. I'm kidding. I'm exaggerating. I'm being hyperbolic. This is only one city in all of Canada and one school district, so it's not all of Canada, but it is rather silly. You got to hope this doesn't catch on. Although maybe it saves lives. I don't know. Saving lives. Boring. Now, it also says that the schools in this district are also expected to maintain daily inspection checklists, monitoring plans, and rotation schedules to control how many students can use the snow mound at once. Yeah, they didn't have anything like this when I was a kid. It would just be like 50 children piled up on a slide. We'd all fall off the damn thing. Just like too many kids on the monkey bars. Nobody even really looking at us. Just trying to deal with life and not die. And winter was especially dangerous because we'd be sliding down steep hills, and sometimes we had a person at the bottom of the hill to warn us if a car was coming, and sometimes we just rolled the dice. There was a lot of snowballs that were placed in freezers overnight so that the next day we could crack a skull with them. That was happening as well. Lived through it, though, guys. I lived through it. Look at me. I'm totally normal. I'm a normal guy. You can't get any more normal than this guy. Drank out of the garden hose every day, and here I am in life, good to go. All right, let me jump to a quote here from one of the school's important persons named Paige. Her name is Paige. She says, well, the snow removal crew brings in the pile, and the administration visually checks to make sure there's no ice that could be dangerous for children sliding or playing. Now, not everybody connected with the school district thinks that this is a good idea. There's somebody here with the Fédération Québécoise des directions des institutions d'enseignement President François Cote. He says that this goes too far. It does not make sense. No, it does not. It's stupid. Getting young children in the schoolyard fitted with helmets could take up most of their recess time. Oh, no. Most of their recess. Oh, can you imagine? Spending the entire time trying to put on the helmet. You have no time to enjoy the helmet. Well, Francois makes a pretty good point. Imagine getting hundreds of kids fitted with helmets, go outside. Now they got 10 minutes left to play. Recess time is very important for children. And so I'm not sure they would enjoy having their recess time cut. I don't think they're going to be too pleased wearing helmets either, to be honest with you. That's how you spread lice in schools. Everybody knows that.
Doug.
Here we have the Limu Emu in its natural habitat, helping people customize their car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Fascinating. It's accompanied by his natural ally, Doug.
Limu? Is that guy with the binoculars watching us?
Cut the camera. They see us.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
A woman in San Francisco gives birth in a Waymo self-driving taxi. Self-driving Waymos have gone very viral for many negative reasons lately. One involving the death of a beloved San Francisco bodega cat, and pulling an illegal U-turn in front of police who were unable to issue a ticket to a non-existent driver. These are some of the issues they've had. This week, the self-driving taxis are the bearer of happier news after a woman gave birth inside a Waymo. And coincidentally, the child was also conceived in a lift, so that makes it all the more coincidental. Just kidding on the second part, making things up. Okay, more details so you know what's going on. I want you to know the mother was on her way to the University of California, San Francisco Medical Center when she delivered inside the robo-taxi. This is according to a Waymo spokesperson. The company said its rider support team detected, quote, unusual activity inside the vehicle and called to check on the rider as well as alert 911 as to what was going on. Sounds like these cars are very aware, more aware than I thought. They know when something is, quote, amiss, which means don't try and be dry humping in the back of one of these Waymos. You're going to get in trouble by the Waymo. The Waymo knows what's going on back there. Now, there's no details as to like how long it took her to give birth, if the Waymo pulled over during the birthing or just kept driving to the hospital, but it says the taxi and its passengers arrived safely at the hospital ahead of emergency services. And by passengers, I assume they mean the mother and the newborn in the back. It's going to be a mess back there, I'm just saying. So, feel bad for the passenger that's riding next. And by the way, did they charge the mother for a cleaning fee for the Waymo? You know, if you throw up in one of these self-driving taxis, they charge you a fee. Any of the ride shares if you throw up. I can't imagine what the fee is if you give birth in the back of one of them. It seems probably rather steep. Still cheaper than taking an ambulance anywhere, though. I think we can all admit that. I'm not sure if you are aware of what it costs to take an ambulance to the ER in the United States, but it's so high, it should be criminal, honestly. It is common in the United States for injured people, sick people, to turn down the arrival of an emergency vehicle such as an ambulance because they don't want to get bankrupt from the charge that you'll get from the ambulance. I was charged once when I didn't have insurance, the ambulance bill. This was a long time ago, and it was $1,400, and that was a long time ago. All right, it's got to be over $2,000 for an ambulance ride, I'd say now. Now I know gas is expensive, but let's be real. This is criminal behavior. This is mafioso. The healthcare industry in the United States is mafioso. It puts people out on the streets. Oh, how did you become homeless? Oh, my appendix burst, and I did the dumb thing. Instead of running to the hospital, I called an ambulance. Yeah, and here I am. No more home. Back to the article. It says Waymo claims the vehicle was taken out of service for cleaning after the ride. I would hope so. While still rare, this was not the first baby delivered in one of its taxis, the company said. Oh, I didn't know about that. It's the first I've heard. The company said, we're proud to be a trusted ride for moments big and small, serving riders from just seconds old to many years young. Oh, look at them spin the PR right away. They waste no time. Meanwhile, the company just completely puts how many thousands of people out of work in this country? But they're lovely, aren't they? They're just wonderful. They care. They really do care. They do. Okay, the article ends with some information about the history of Waymo, etc., etc., etc. Boring. No word on what they're naming the baby, though. You think Waymo would be an appropriate name? Name the kid Waymo. Maybe the kid will get free rides for the rest of its life.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. You know, one of the perks about having 4 kids that you know about is actually getting a direct line to the big man up north. And this year, he wants you to know the best gift that you can give someone is the gift of Mint Mobile's unlimited wireless for $15 a month. Now, you don't even need to wrap it. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Zippity doo da, zippity. I got my helmet, it's a wonderful day. Plenty of snowballs heading my way. But I got my helmet, I'll be okay. That's my helmet song I just made up. I need to be a better person. Do I need to be a better person? I think I do. I need to be more sensitive, more empathetic, maybe. Maybe I need to be more empathetic. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm trying. I'm probably not getting into heaven at all, but that's fine. Whatever. I did my best. I contributed something. I've made people laugh, okay? That's contributing something. I don't know how important it is, but it's contributing something. I am gonna feed the homeless on Christmas Day, as I have the last 5 Christmases. All right, so that's helping too. I really have a good heart. I really do. I have very little patience, and I can't help myself. But anyways, okay, you know the deal. I'm gonna keep this outro brief because I don't really have anything to say except for I'm sorry. I'm sorry to certain people. If you want to support what's going on here, I don't know. Yeah, if you think you might, I don't know. Maybe you want to for the holidays. Maybe you want to support me. It's one guy in a closet just trying to pay some bills over here. Can't. I need gas for my car, guys. That's what I'm saying. I need gas for my car. I don't have enough gas to get to my next gig, so we're gonna work this out, anyways. I have a website, weirdafnews.com. There we go. That's what's up. That's where you go. weirdafnews.com. You can buy me coffee, which I may spend on gas. You can also join the Patreon. Shout out to the final 4 fantasy football owners who are left in the fantasy football league. I posted about it today in the Patreon, letting everybody know. I'll keep you guys posted as to who makes it to the championship and then who wins. We'll give them big shout-outs. How about that? Big shout-outs on the show. I'm sure they would like that. Anyway, I dig you. I love you. Take care of yourself. And good luck with your life, man.